Vote counting has begun in Nigeria's presidential polls. Registered voters had turned out earlier to cast their ballots, and they're now waiting for results from their various centers.
I've already made up my mind that today is for this purpose alone. Even if it's going to be 10 o'clock, I'm waiting. I'm going to stay here and watch the vote count.
I will stay back till the vote counting to protect my vote. And my vote must do what counts.
While the election process was relatively smooth around Abuja's city center, it has not been hitch-free around the suburbs. There have been reports of the late arrival of electoral materials and insufficient bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) kits in some polling units. Some voters also found it hard to locate their centers.
As early as 6, I was looking for my polling unit. Confusion up and down until I get to my polling unit. At the time now, I've not even voted. I've not even cast my vote.
Election observers arrived early at most of the polling units before voting began. The European Union Observation Mission is expected to give its first statement on the process.
Every aspect of this whole election process. And in 2 days' time, we'll make an assessment, an initial assessment called a preliminary statement. And that will contain our first findings as to the overall assessment of the election process itself.
Security officials have been on high alert. While the voting process has been largely peaceful and free of violence across the Nigerian capital, elsewhere there were reports of pockets of violence. The three biggest contenders in the presidential race are Bola Tinubu of the ruling All Progressives Congress, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, and Labour Party's Peter Obi. Nigerians are hopeful that the outcome of this election will reflect the true will of the people.